14 people were arrested accused of stealing more than $25 million in COVID-19 relief funds.
What we have learned is there's roughly $3.5 billion of fraud taking place here in Los Angeles.
Just some of what we've seen, and the story is a big problem, not only for Rob Bonta, the AG of California, but also for Gavin Newsom. The condition of the state that he's run since 2019 is already his biggest liability. California has fallen apart. The nicest place to live in the world is somehow bleeding residents and companies to states like Nevada, to deserts. The state budget has doubled, and there is nothing to show for it. In fact, the state is actually worse with all of that additional spending. A terrible resume for a presidential hopeful. The last thing Gavin Newsom needs right now is a story about how he let criminals steal billions and billions and tens of billions of dollars while he's been raising taxes on his constituents. So Gavin, who has been very much hiding from this story, called up his attorney general and told him to find some fraud and get on TV immediately. And so we got what we saw yesterday.
Operation Skip Trace uncovered and ended a hospice fraud scheme that defrauded Medi-Cal of $267 million. So just to be clear, $250 million. And arrested 5 suspects so far. We have been doing this work for years. We've been doing it successfully before certain people in this country decided to think about it for the first time. This is our area of expertise. It's our bread and butter. It's what we do. California has a no-tolerance policy for fraud. We're laser focused. They're just thinking about this issue for the first time. They're late to the party. We've been doing this work for years. This is about real work, real people, real taxpayer money.
It's comical to listen to this. Comical to listen to this. That is a terrified politician, and he should be terrified. He's up for re-election this year. And as you know, there's almost zero accountability for politicians in California most of the time. The supermajority allows Democrats to run the state into the ground with almost zero political risk. They just keep getting elected over and over again as the state collapses and falls apart. This story is the first time these people have been scared, though, in a long time, because this story is a sobering slap in the face for their brain-dead electorate in that state. Even mindless California Democrat voters can see just how much of a disaster this is. Even the biggest sycophants for people like Gavin Newsom don't like paying taxes, don't understand why the state's budget has doubled, and don't like to see billions of dollars being stolen as the rest of it is squandered. It's a story that hit as hard as the wildfire disaster, which woke a lot of people up in California. This is another big hit against that regime that has taken over that state for the last 20 years and turned it into whatever the hell California is now. And if you're wondering how all of these journalists like Nick Shirley and, now CBS is jumping into it, other independent journalists, Chris Rufo, you've got Dr. Oz doing investigations from his position in the White House, how they've been able to so quickly find billions and tens of billions of dollars in fraud in that state that the leadership missed. It's because the leadership, A, doesn't care to find it, and B, people like Rob Bonta spend most of their time just going after Trump to appease California's TDS voter base. And that's how they stay in power. They obsess over Donald Trump. Everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt Tonight on Newsmax.